All right, this is going to be an awesome adventure. I think so. And you think so too, don't
awesome.
you? Yeah. You explore these mines and tunnels and pits and stuff like that. You got a YouTube channel?
I do. It's Tiles and Cobalt Ontario Adventures, and I'm also starting a new one that's going to be called Explore Underground.
Okay, and I'm going to put links up so you don't have to like write that down. Like I would be writing that down. This is going to be awesome. If you look over there, look at that, man. It's freaking awesome, isn't it? Yeah, if you look, you can see some holes and stuff in there. So now, Ty, this is a silver mine, right?
Yeah.
When was it started? You know?
It was discovered in 1903. It was the first year that they found silver and cobalt in the first place. So pretty much right when it happened here in the first place. And they mined until the mid-60s, and they ended up getting around 40 million ounces of silver out of this mine.
Wow, that's cool. 40 million? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get down in there and we're going to explore some of these shafts and tunnels and high cliffs. I think we should probably wear like hats though, real hats.
We should. Might as
That
well.
looks pretty dangerous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, man. I'd like to say I appreciate you taking me here, but I'll do that when we get out alive. Okay, it's gonna be awesome, man. Let's do it.
Hole under here. It doesn't go in very far.
Oh, okay. So they would have. You think they would have probably saw some minerals or maybe a little silver, and they
would have
following it.
Yeah, they would have seen probably a calcite vein or maybe a bit of cobalt staining on it, and then they would just blast it in to see how far, and if it would have turned into silver. Yeah. See that there's cobalt bloom on it.
So this color is cobalt, where the
Yeah.
town get its name, right?
Yeah.
And they weren't looking for cobalt at all back in the day, were they?
No, not at all.
But they are now.
Now they are,
Yeah,
it's for batteries and stuff.
Oh,
but back
cool.
in the time, it wasn't worth anything because no one was using it for anything. And made it really hard to get the silver out of the rock to process it, so it was considered a nuisance for basically the whole big boom of cobalt.
Wow.
And then when they came back later on and found a bit more silver, then the cobalt at that time had a bit of value, so they started saving it and selling it then.
Yeah. So what is this thing? That metal thing here?
That I'm not sure.
Looks like a tooth. It's pretty heavy. Yeah, it is a tooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that would have been on some type of maybe digging equipment, maybe?
Yeah. I know this is, who knows.
All right, who knows. Wow, that's cool.
There's some cold air coming out of there, but it doesn't go
It
in very
is. It
far.
must go somewhere if there's air coming out. Does it?
I don't think it does.
No?
One of the guys went in there that I was with. I told him not to because it's so low, right? He
Yeah.
didn't care. He just marched right in. Well, he marched.
Okay.
He crawled in and then went over. He's like, oh, it doesn't go very far.
Hey, let me grab a flashlight and look in there real quick. Guy's already kind of getting mad at me. Said, like, Jig, you can't stop at every hole. There's so much to see here. We need to really see the cool stuff. But let's go ahead and look in here and see what's down there. Hopefully there's no faces looking up. Man, there's a lot of air coming out of there, huh? Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't look like it goes far, does it? But it has to go somewhere because air is pouring out of there. It might go straight up, I guess. We're not going to go in there. But yeah, that's cool. It's a cave. I think you guys are going to be pretty sick of hearing that before the end of this adventure. It's a cave. It's awesome, man.
Here, check it right out.
Okay, yeah.
I need
You
a better
got extra battery, yeah.
but I just stick it under there. It
Yeah,
stays. So.
that's perfect. Oh, dude, that's awesome, man.
It lasts a
I
long
mean,
time.
I would never have thought of that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to learn from you.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I think I already have.
Nice.
So this is where they were something that they were looking at there.
Yeah,
So that's why they kind of dug it out a little bit.
Yeah, there would have been a vein that they seen and they would have blasted it just like over there, the first one.
Yeah.
Except it didn't go very far here, so there's no reason to go in any further.
This is awesome. I wish I had something like this close to me. I don't think you'd get me out of here, you know. Hey, is this the airline stuff?
This actually is an airline, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the ones that would have been run under the ground down the line, and there would have been a station that you could hook onto to
Oh, okay.
like fill the, what do you call it, the tram, I guess?
Yeah.
Like the little engine for the trains,
Right.
you know?
And the air was came from a dam,
Yeah,
and it was like water somehow did something to supply it all over to all the mines, huh?
pretty much all of them, yeah, like all the major ones. But what
Yeah.
they did was someone had a great idea that they could build an air compression plant on the river where there was like a waterfall. So what they did was they went just beside the waterfall, they drilled a shaft down, and then another tank or something into the ground beside it. And basically all it ended up doing was diverted the water down into it, falling down would separate the air and the water and the bubbles, and then the water on top would compress the air bubbles, and it would force it out into the other tank. And then that tank was like the holding tank, and then it would send it out of there all the way about 20 kilometers from down the road on the river up into town, and then across all of town into all the mines, basically.
I've never heard of anything like that. That just amazes me. This was like in like 1900 or something
Yeah,
like that.
I think it was around in between 1910 and 1920 sometime.
Wow.
I think that happened. So that changed everything around here because it saved a lot of fuels for stuff, and it was free. Once it was running, it cost nothing. All they had to do was some maintenance on some expansion joints, basically, and basically add more pipes. That was all they had to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Never heard of such a thing.
I've looked too to try to find it somewhere else,
Yeah.
and I can't find anywhere that someone else has done it.
Yeah.
That's not to say it hasn't happened, but it's
Why
easy
not?
to
Why
find.
not, you know?
It makes sense too.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked, so
Yeah, and it's free power.
exactly.
Right.
Because you can run generators off it if you have you can change a motor around to run on air
Right.
instead, and then you could power a generator with it. So you could run everything off the air, basically.
It's like a
I mean,
technology that's lost.
Yeah.
You know, it's there, but no one really knows any.
Yeah.
It's weird. Just very strange.
Yeah.
You guys are smart up here in Cobalt, huh?
You gotta make do with what you have, right?
Yeah.
Where they open pitted it.
Oh, so this would have been like all these were tunnels
Been
here,
underground, yeah.
and at some point they said, "Well, we'll just dig all the rock out and be easier."
Because they
You
got
know.
all the main parts of the vein out, and then there was still enough, I guess, saturated into the sides of it that they figured it was worth just blasting the
Yeah.
middle right out.
Well, they kind of do the same thing today, like with mining coal.
Yeah,
You know, they had tunnels, but now they just rip the top of the mountain off.
that's right.
Same
yeah.
thing. Oh, cool.
So the first place underground we're gonna get into is right here.
Oh, okay.
You can go up and check this one out. It goes like just walk up the hill, and then there's just sort of a stope in the side there. But this one, there's a time where you go through and you come out the other side into a stope. So we're gonna go and check that.
Okay, yeah, sweet.
Out. That's the first awesomeness
Yeah.
in my. Well, this all is, but
It is.
as
It's
far as where you're going into
Yeah.
underground and stuff, it's the first one.
looks spooky up there, man. Hey, this brick has my initials, B.O. But we met. That's pretty cool. I should say that. Ay, wow, look at that.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead. So you don't need to be scared of sending you to your doom.
Yeah. So these timbers right here were probably to block it off at one time, right? So people couldn't come in. Wow, feel that air.
It could have been to keep people out, but it could have just been too, like, to say, like, they're done with this spot.
Yep.
Just to keep the miners from wandering or something. I don't know.
Wow. This is cool.
This one, they
What's
might
this
have
hook?
actually-
What would that be? Oh, for maybe a lantern or something? You think, or?
I'm not sure.
Something?
The hook might have been for, who knows, maybe a lantern, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a regular plug that they do. They usually hang a tag off of it, eh?
Oh,
So
hey.
it could have been just for that.
Eh?
Eh?
I love that, man. That's so cute. So this could be that wood could be very old then.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
Wow. I mean, it looks brand new.
So then,
Look at the ice.
yeah.
It's like hot outside.
So this one doesn't go very far. They would have just been following it, or maybe they used it for storage at one time, eh? You never know. Because this would all have been tunnels instead of going out into the cut.
How much ice gets in here in the winter? Does it get like really thick or not?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them get lots, and it doesn't even melt like all summer. It's still there before.
Yeah,
it's
it is super cool in here.
Yeah.
What's that weird looking rock up there? It's kind of like
That's
a,
good question. I see it.
yeah, it's just a rock that's in the rock, huh?
Yeah, kind of like this one.
Yeah. What are these things? What's that? Oh, some moths. Look at that. They're like glowing. Look at them.
It's frozen right in there still.
Yeah.
Because I saw
Oh, you
it.
think, do you think they're alive? I won't ball out, but yeah. So maybe they overwinter here, huh?
Maybe, yeah.
Or this is where they come to die.
Maybe.
Well, there's another rock. It's just yeah.
So
Okay.
this is the kind of stuff you gotta watch for.
Okay.
This isn't like a big enough piece to worry about, even if
Yeah.
it fell on,
Alright.
you know, but you don't want it to still, obviously.
You don't want to be touching the ceilings and walls if we can
That's
avoid it.
Yeah, most of everywhere is fairly solid though, so you don't have to worry, but
Okay.
I always double check anyways, even if I was in here yesterday, I'll look every time I go, just to
Yeah.
make sure, at least for the ceiling. The back, that's what it's called in line, but I'll call it a ceiling so everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Do you ever see bats in these things?
Not so much
really?
in this site, but yeah, the other ones that you guys did before, actually, last year,
Yeah.
there's bats in those ones.
Okay. I can't get over this wood. It's just like, well, that one's a little shaky. Put it back up in there. I just said I wasn't going to touch the ceiling, and I did. All right, hold on a second, guys. All right, so what's this all about here?
This is an open stope.
A stope?
A stope.
Stope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically what it is this would have been a drift.
The drift is like a tunnel.
It's just a tunnel,
Okay.
yeah. And then a stope would be an area on the drift that they opened up and took the ore out of. And this is an open stope because right up there, you can see there would have been a head frame.
Wow, look at that. There's like tunnel down there too, huh?
Yeah, down there it just goes underneath that rock.
Oh, wow.
And at the top, it's caved in down into the bottom. As I climbed down there, I climbed up there too.
Yeah, look at that. Some more of that big pipe and little pipe and.
Yeah. See, these are the pipes that people use to be able to climb up stuff, eh?
Oh, okay.
This is a bit solid.
Look at that hole. So they make the hole to get the ore out? Is that what they're doing, or
Yeah,
they just?
originally.
Or maybe they came down that way in the beginning.
They would come down until like they would have been on a vein up there, come down on the vein, mining it out, and then they would have found this big plate of it basically, right? And then they would have connected to a drift that went back that way.
Oh, okay.
That's what that was.
Yeah, so they're up on top and they find some silver and they start digging a hole, and this is where they end up.
Yeah. But on this site, like on this property, there's a lot of this kind of stuff.
Right here is caved in?
Yeah. But it's on the bottom. Like it's not going anymore
Oh, okay.
from where it is.
Yeah, because I guess out here you could have under there could be 500 feet down, right?
Exactly, yeah.
That's scary.
But I've gone underneath from over there
Yeah.
and checked it all out, and all it is just this is collapsed down to it.
Wow.
So silver would have been like a big plate, and it would have had a chunk of rock basically in the middle of the plate. They just went right around it, and we're standing on it now. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. And up on top, I mean, you could just fall in there if you're like cruising around at night or not paying, or drunk. I mean, you could just fall. I mean, that would kill you instantly.
Yeah, it
The
is kind
water.
of thin, but like, I mean,
It looks like the mines of Moria, huh?
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful. So this tunnel here is normally flooded. How deep is it?
I don't know.
Oh, dude. we
Not
don't-
very. It's like
Oh.
a foot or two maybe. at the
Oh,
most.
okay.
It's
That's
the
all
same
right.
level as that, so it might even be a bit higher.
Hey, what are these little black things on the stones? Do you know?
That's a good
That's
question.
kind of interesting. Like polka dots. So, I mean, are you sure?
I'm sure that doesn't drop down.
Oh, yeah, it'd be at that height, or yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'm also sure that I don't want my feet to get wet. Let's see how this is.
Look at my snorkel on the truck.
Yeah, I don't know.
A little funky.
Well, you know what? It's just a little ledge there. It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
actually go anywhere. It did before that way.
I see some timbers way back in there.
Yeah, it's collapsed or
Yeah,
filled.
all right. Yeah, so that could be a shaft that goes up to the top, you know?
Yeah,
Another
might have
50
been
feet.
another.
I could see why you'd come down here in summertime and just hang out, huh? Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Why would they build this platform?
Because they
here?
would have come down to whatever level, mined it over, and then when they need to work their way up, because in Canada they tend to mine from the bottom up,
Okay.
so they would have built a platform, mined up, built another platform, mined up.
Oh,
That's how they would have done it.
up you went. Wow.
Yeah.
You ever find like relics and stuff in these things, or
Yeah.
like, you know, tools and
Yeah.
nice.
There's lots of drills, like hand drills even in some places,
Wow.
like super old ones. And there's a lot of bits and like
Yeah.
just a drill rods.
I guess, you know, back in the day before they had the air, they would, you know, they'd have to use like a sledgehammer and one of those drill bits. I guess one guy would
Yeah.
hold the drill bit and they'd bang it, bang
That's
it, bang
right.
it.
There's a lot of places that's all you see is just boards across. That's what they were doing.
Oh.
But over here, once we get going, you look way up. There's like
You say we're not going
bridges.
yet?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like,
Totally
we
saying
gotta get moving, you say. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
he's
this is
saying.
the first good
I want to
spot.
see everything, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Wow, look at that.
You could spend like a week in this.
Drill bit or something, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's a
Drill?
drill rod they use for blasting.
Drill rod.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool, man. Beautiful sky too in here. Oh, so they could pass. Yeah, I see.
What it was is the rails
Yeah.
from this side would come up, back the car up to there, and then they could tip it and dump down there. And then the ones on this rail could tip it here and dump down there.
And why would they be tipping down?
Because it's easier to use gravity to get rock down to a place. Because what it would be is down there, there's
Yeah.
going to be like a main tunnel that goes to the main shaft.
Oh,
So you
okay.
dump it all down, and they just load it up, bring it to the bottom of the shaft, and then haul it up.
Okay.
That's what it's all about.
All right, that makes sense.
Because all of like where we came in to climb up the hill to come in here
Mhm.
would have all been under the ground still, like
Oh,
100 feet of ground was
right.
above us, right? So at one time this would have just been level, there would have been level lower. They would just drop all the ore down to the bottom, bring it to the shaft, and then haul it up.
That makes sense because I was thinking of that being open behind. I mean, it would be a lot easier to just take it out there and put it in the truck, whatever
Yeah.
they have. But yeah, that makes sense. So this is a series of doors we just came through. You can see the one in front of me, another one, and we're coming out into the open here. Oh, wow! Look at this. Look.
They would have had tracks down in this too at one time because it would have been a
Okay.
tunnel, right?
Yeah, you can see that. Oh, this would have been the tunnel
Yeah,
too.
it would have
and-
just been a branch in that way where it came from and straight through here.
That's beautiful here.
It's pretty crazy, eh?
Said, "Hey."
Eh? Yeah.
I say it too occasionally, not like you guys, but occasionally.
You're gonna go back.
Wow,
One of those
so-
tunnels that drops down the cliff, basically, because of where the
Oh
pin is, right?
yeah. And then they piled a bunch of wood here. That's strange, huh?
Yeah.
Nice hooks and stuff, huh?
Just for storage is
Yeah.
what they use this little section for, eh?
Is it safe? Does
No,
it
it
look?
is.
Okay.
There's some spots that are really hard to walk from the rear.
All right, yeah.
At least
I
compared
mean,
to-
I just don't want to fall through a 50-foot pit, but.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
That one.
oh my! Ow! I just hit my head. He knows me. He's like, I don't know if you can make it. I got a stupid pack on. It's a problem.
If you can come get your shower,
Yeah.
we're gonna go back and
Okay. Wait. I got the. Wow. Yeah.
stuff that'll slide down.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going down there.
Yeah.
So how far? I mean, I can't see. How far down is that?
Here it only goes, well, it's on an angle, eh? You can see
Okay.
the snow there. It goes
Okay,
down on a
okay,
good
okay.
angle, about 45. So the total depth from where we're at probably is only about 40 feet.
Only
This
40
side.
feet.
Yeah, it's not that far.
I guess when you're talking, you see some of these things are 500 feet down.
Yeah,
it's-
exactly. Yeah.
But 40 feet's a long
40
ways.
feet's not a big deal at that point.
Yeah.
You're used to the hundreds of feet at a time, right?
All right.
Like if you look up, it goes further than 40 feet.
Yeah,
We're
no-
down further.
yeah, I can't really get out there, but that's what I'll trust. I'll believe you on that one,
So
okay?
it's-
I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
What
Oh,
we're
no,
doing.
65 over roughly.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Jeez, a lot of work.
Yeah.
See, this is the rail where they would have. See the cross ties going through here.
Just a bunch of stored boards, eh? To use
Oh, yeah.
for doors and stuff. You can see it here, it just keeps going and going.
Oh yeah.
We've climbed up all this, but it's not, like, I mean, you can, but the cooler stuff's that way. So we might as well not bother.
Yeah.
The amount of time we're gonna end up using to do it. It's still cool to get, the easy stuff at least.
So more amazing stuff.
Yeah, we're heading down this way.
Ooh, can I make?
This-
You think I can make it down there?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
All right,
This
look.
is a spot where the guy climbed down and was standing on a rock
Mhm.
and started wobbling, and then it let go out from under his feet, and he grabbed onto this rail and kind of looked up at me as it all fell out from under his feet. And then as soon as it stopped, he had a big huge smile and he's like, "Oh, I guess we're good to go." And then he climbed down and kept going. It was really funny when it happened.
Yeah, and you know, anything like that. Yeah, funny. I bet it was funny when it happened.
Oh yeah, at
maybe
first
after
I'm like,
it happened, right?
Then we're like, okay, that was good.
Yeah, yeah.
And I caught it all too.
I fully understand because any like rock movements or even back here when I moved the icy, it freaked me out. You know?
It can be sketchy.
Yeah.
It took a second, but I knew, like, I could tell after an hour or so running around with him that he was pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry too much, so I wasn't too worried. But you never really know, right? So
Yeah, I gotta ask you a favor.
yeah.
Worry about me a little bit, okay?
I'll worry about you a little
okay, I
bit.
appreciate that.
For sure. No, I'm not worried, so you don't need to. How's that?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I know you get to walk around on this stuff from this side, so we're good to go. This hole you don't need to worry about.
How deep is it?
Like 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
And this
That's just it. You never know here. You know, you see stuff like that, and it's like
It's true.
could be really scary.
That's why I told you though. You don't need to worry.
Yeah.
So the rock was wobbling around. That was you.
Really? Well, I was
the rock
standing
off the
here.
side
I
of
must have
it.
come here.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I must have knocked it off from here. Yeah, see, I just had a heart attack.
Yeah, I didn't because I knew.
So your buddy was like hanging off of that thing?
Yeah, it used to be more on top. And he climbed down under it, and then the rock was sitting on that board wobbling. When he stood on it, it slid down off of it, and he just grabbed onto the rail and kind of held himself up.
Yeah, well, I really know the feeling. So I just experienced that.
So this one, the easiest way for me is to go like this.
Okay.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna do this for you first.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That should be pretty good.
Yeah. I'll be careful. I'll take my time.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the warning because I would have been really freaked out about you right now.
Yeah, you don't need to though, but I'll let you know. In a lot of my videos too, I even say it to people watching just so they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look tiny down there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiny Dancer. You dance? That could be your YouTube channel, Tiny Dancer. You're going to leave me in here, aren't you?
I think I got a name.
All right. I'm going to turn you guys off so I can get down there without falling.
So where I want us to go from here is up here. We'll go check it out 'cause it's pretty awesome. And then we're going to come back around, go up over the hill, and then the ballroom's right in that rock.
Okay.
So we'll do that, and then you can check out up around here too after, because there's a few holes up in the wall. And then after we're done in this little section, we'll go right back out into the main one, and then go further up and then check out the ones on the sides.
Okay.
Where that bridge, like the arches and
Oh,
stuff.
okay, cool.
We'll go up that way
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
So we're going up that?
Yeah. Walking up there. Yeah, I know it's.
Looks pretty serious from here, but it's probably not that bad.
It's not that bad when
Yeah.
you're down there.
Okay.
They'll say it's been a while since they've seen snow around here, but it hasn't been that long.
It's been a while since I've seen snow.
It isn't terrible. It's a little steep, but totally worth it. It's a little lucky actually.
That's where we just came up from the bottom. I'm gonna get a light out here for you. Just look around a little bit.
So this is one of the spots where we pulled the board out of there to get through.
Oh, really?
Like no one else has done that, obviously.
Right.
You know, we did. I have a video on Facebook and some pictures of me standing there pulling the board
Yeah. Look at that. So you call that the ballroom?
down in there, yeah.
Look
You know,
at
you-
that.
That's a,
That is cool.
and it's like more of a circle from when you sit
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It looks pretty frozen and flooded right now, actually, eh?
Yeah.
We can
Like, I
definitely
can't really
get the end.
see. I don't know what it looks like. I'm so overwhelmed right now, you know. It's like, yeah, like, whatever.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
I get it. So you can check out up here. Reasonably easily. Let's get a good foot in. through here and climb through.
Why are there so many timbers?
I'm thinking it was to stop people from going in that way. So.
Check it out. Yeah. Well, I think it's a guy thing. Cause I do the same thing, like tossing rocks over cliffs, and my wife is like, every time I do that, she like laughs. She's like, it's just a guy thing. Whoops. It didn't go very far. Nice. Orcs. Okay.
So you might not be able to get too far in there, but we can definitely get into where you can see it.
Okay, yes. So that's the water that we're looking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's ice on it. That's
Yeah.
not very deep.
All right.
I mean, it's soft, so if you fall on your ass.
So we want to cross this little bridge? Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, it's just like in the Lord of the Rings going across the bridge. There's going to be a Balrog behind us. I know there's going to be one. Yeah. You shall not cross. Oh, God. If you have somebody back there going in a minute, I'm going to freak out, man.
I would too.
Yeah, I like that. See, that's a beam from something, so it's got to have some strength to it. Yeah, maybe 100 years ago. He was worried about this edge, told me to be careful about that. Yeah, I got bugs, mosquitoes on my ears, so.
Yeah, they're starting to come around.
Bug spray. Whee. I do not have a sense of balance at all.
I'm not sure
terrible
what it
about
actually
that.
was before. It would have been up at the top on the surface.
Oh,
Obviously.
okay.
But I don't know if it was part of
Up we go.
Yeah.
Up we
On the
go.
other side, and then we're at the bottom. Basically. Well, we need to go across this.
Yeah.
It's
What's
heavy.
that?
There's cobalt for sure.
Oh, really? Yeah, let's take a look at it. Hold on a second. Wait, bring it a little bit closer. So, we think this is cobalt? Oh, yeah.
There's weight to it. I would say it's probably cobalt. Yeah.
Well, that color, right? That color is indicative of cobalt.
Yeah.
But, John, I bet you, look, it's gold.
Yeah.
It's almost like pyrite or something.
It probably is, yeah.
I think it's silver in there, I really do. When we get back, we can run the metal detector over it. It'll tell me immediately.
Exactly.
If it's in this, like, low 70s, high 60s, it's silver in it.
Yeah.
42, it's just pure cobalt.
Yeah.
I think there's silver in it.
It's heavy enough to be.
Yeah, especially that color.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I guess. We haven't got out yet. That might be the thing. The one thing that weighs me down when I cross the bridge, that breaks. Oh, I'm sorry, man. What I can see from here, it looks absolutely awesome, and it's right in front of us. And we're going down there. Hopefully we can get in. It's not too flooded, but we're going to find out in just a minute. Tomorrow night, maybe.
And I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your